Welcome back, everyone. This is Julie, and this is Two Non-Critics and a Cat.
And a kid screaming. Just let's add it up.
I'm missing a non-critic, but we have a kid screaming, just in case you hear at the back. This is me, this is Julie, and I'm here with Fed today.
Hello.
Because my sister has abandoned us.
Yes, she left us to our own devices.
She has done the horrible thing of actually leaving us to speak about TV shows, because she doesn't watch a lot of TV shows, and we do. So that's what we're going to do this week. We're going to be talking about one of the most beautiful TV shows that came out this weekend, which is The Sandman. And we're going to be talking about Squid Game. We're going to be talking about Feds that watched The Bear. And then we're going to also talk about Fed's new obsession, which is the Apothecary Diaries. And my new obsession, which is The Summer That Hikaru Died. So as a new entry this week, we have two animes. Because my sister doesn't watch anime, so I can never speak about anime. So yeah, The Sandman came out. You are watching episode 5 currently. You just finished, so you're going to be finishing the 6th episode. I did finish it as a good binge watcher that I am. I did panic immediately when it actually ended because I thought that it ended like that. But apparently you told me that it was only the half of the season.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I'm hoping too. But actually,
I'm hoping so.
It did say on the screen at the ending that the second part is coming in July.
Yeah.
So, yes, we did gloat a little bit on how beautiful it was, apart from Dream's voice, of course, that is... that probably put me to sleep
Tom
3 times.
Sturridge, man, that guy... if he were to just list grocery shopping stuff...
I'll probably listen to it.
Yeah, I would probably dream about other things.
That's why. You know what's funny? That I was actually watching it. It was a very lazy Sunday. And I thought about it, that I dozed off like 3 times. But it wasn't because of the actual...
Yeah.
It wasn't because it was boring. I loved it.
Dark, profound voice.
It's like very...
That screams authority.
Yeah, it's like very, very mythical voice. I was like, you wouldn't fuck around with someone that has that voice, you know, because you would probably be found dead somewhere in a ditch, but yes.
Correct.
That also gives a lot to the character of the Dream Man anyway. So we do love him. And funny enough, I started watching this TV show because of you, because you absolutely scream at me.
I'm a big fan of this, and quite disappointed that they've cancelled it.
They did cancel it.
It's really sad. To me, it's a masterpiece. It's like...
At least they gave us an ending, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, I do not understand why they cancelled it, because this TV show is truly, truly one of those masterpieces. It's like one of those little things that you kind of realize going on. Like some of the episodes, they have particular meanings, and all of these names and all of these endless have meaning.
I love how they kind of like intertwine and woven together mythology, religion.
Yes.
Cultural, real life people that existed. So it's a really good mix of everything. And I think it's what makes humanity and what makes our story. And that's what I think is fascinating, because they capture the essence of humans.
It's very interesting to me that like part of the endless come from religion, as you said, and come from they come from sins, they come from religions, they come from dreams and stuff like that. So they come from every different part of humans, and they create the actual endless. So it's very interesting to me. Also, the endless are basically
that
gods.
Fascinates me because it gives you a lot of introspective opinions of religious questions, like biblical questions of why do we live, why are we the way that we are, why do we interact with one another in the way that we are. Is it pure instinct? Are we driven by celestial forces? And it kind of wants to give you, it doesn't give you an answer. It's a TV show that lives in the gray areas, which I really, really love. So it caters to everybody, because if you're a deeply religious person, it will speak to you in a different way. And by religion, I mean any kind of religion, because it touches every single aspect of religion. If you are a pragmatic person and it touches on science, If you are instead a dreamer or like an ethereal person that believes in kind of like magical forces, it gives you that
as well. It touches on mythological creatures. It touches on mythological names, and it's a
it's folkloristic.
Yeah.
It's not just myth; it's folklore as well. So it's deeply woven into what makes humans, and what makes them want to leave or be better people or
Worse
justifying
people.
themselves when they're being bad.
Yeah.
So that's why I really like it, and I think it's a really clever TV show that makes you think, and there's not a lot of them out.
And it's
I
also incredibly beautiful. So as we were talking the other day, we were messaging in between the episodes, and it's just like there's a few scenes, and we try not to spoil it a lot, but like there's a few scenes when you can see the vast of like one of the words that he encounters, and he's just like doing a specific things, and you can see the sun shining behind him, but it's covered.
When the door closing, and you have this sliver of light that just oozes through. It's oh my god, the meaning behind
beautiful.
all of it. It's just beautiful, and all the words that they've created, the cinematography and the CGI is just pure fantasy. It's like creativity exploding on your screen.
Yeah, it's concept art. It's literally
so
all concept art.
It's so beautiful. It feels like you're watching a painting.
It feels like you are watching a book, which said like that, it sounds insane, but it feels like everything that you would imagine if you were reading words on a paper.
Yeah.
It just kind of like comes alive.
It's really evocative.
It comes alive, and it comes alive with himself, or just like him being the narrator. And already, like, it starts with like someone having that voice and being the narrator. You know that it's going to be good. You know what I mean? Which is the same thing that we were talking about last week, because we said about the Odyssey. It's like the teaser. It was just about narrating the start of it, and that's exactly what it is. It just kind of it gets you into the universe straight away. And you're like, okay, absolutely. You're narrating, and I'm next to you, and I'm listening to this story. And God, Lord, tell me all the stories you want, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. As like for some people, I understand why some people didn't continue watching it, because the first like episode, it's a bit long, and it's like him being trapped. So the first episode of the first season doesn't sell it really well. In my opinion, I was captured immediately. I wanted to know if he was going to get out of it and what he was going to do, if he was going to avenge himself and the time lost. But then the more you get into it, the deeper it is, and the more things get unraveled. And I find it brilliant. It's such a good piece of art.
It's even the fact that his character is so basically for whoever has never seen this TV show, it's the Sandman would be the Dream Man, which is one of the 7 Endless, which are all siblings, and these Endless are basically gods and goddesses, which represent death, desire, despair, and then going so on and so on and so on. Yeah. They all starts with D, which is very funny, and it's something.
Destiny.
It's something that I understood like at the end of the second season. Honestly, I was thinking about it because there's one missing, and I won't spoil it. I don't even think you've seen it.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it.
But I won't spoil it anyway. There's one missing, and I kept going on and on and on with the words starting with D, and I was like, "What is it? What is it?
Where are you?"
Exactly. So it was. It's very interesting, and it got me.
Oddly enough, is the most compassionate one, isn't it? In spite
that
of
is the I will try not to spoil it, but like it's kind of like those Tim Burton's movie when the ghost word or like the dead word was more colorful than the normal one. It's kind of the same principle, and I was absolutely flabbergasted by that. It was beautiful.
love both in the first season and the second season how they touch on death.
Yes.
And how beautiful it is, and that she's like, I don't see it as a burden. I'm there in the most fragile moment of their life, but I'm also taking them into a new adventure. Like I found that those episodes with that actress, they're really poetic, And she's really, really good. Like
I found that she's a very compassionate woman, but I also found that she's a very motherly woman. So to think of death as a motherly woman is insane.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Because you will think as death as someone that fears it.
Yeah.
So, and they're just there that they're explaining what happened to her. And it's just so beautiful that they feel so comforted by her presence. And I think that she grasps a lot onto that because, of course, she has probably the worst job out of them. But she does grasp
on that. She came to terms with it.
Yeah.
And I must say, like, there's a stellar and such a great cast in there. There's, like, you have Gwendolyn Christie. You have... there's so many. Jenna Coleman.
If you told me that Gwendolyn Christie was going to be Lucifer, I would have said, no, you're joking. And then I saw her and I said, yes.
And do you know that Mark Hamill is the voice of Merv Pumpkinhead?
I thought about it because I was like, I swear to God, I've heard that voice. That makes so much sense.
There's like so many really talented actors, and I love how effortlessly inclusive it is. You know, when you feel like some of the TV show tries to punch you in the face with being inclusive and it up queer characters, but because in the Sandman everything is so fluid, the endless are fluid as well. There's no identity.
Yeah, it
becomes really easy to be inclusive in the cast. But I love how they incorporate stories. For instance, in the 4th episode, when they talk with Wanda, who's a trans woman, and she makes a reference to the World of Oz and how the World of Oz is queer.
Yes.
And I found that really fascinating. I feel like it's such an easy way to make people seen, and it's done effortlessly. I think
it makes me really sad that so many things that makes people feel seen are like being cut down short or like actually being stopped. Yeah. Because especially we spoke about the design of Desire specifically, that it was you wouldn't call it groundbreaking, but you would call it so inclusive, because like Desire is just like they're doing whatever the hell he wants, they want, she wants. You know, you don't really assign a gender to them. Yeah. You just assign what they are, which is desire. And to look at an actor, actress, and anyone that plays a character like that and to think, that's it.
Absolutely.
That is desire. Like, it's good casting. That's what it is. It's good casting. The first time that I actually saw the protagonist that plays Dream, I just looked at him and I went, he could play Hades, like he could play so many things. But then the second that he started talking, I said, no, that's his role. That's his role. Because I was just like, he's just such an authority, like, he's just like so mighty as a character that it makes you kind of, it makes you kind of wonder like the scope of his word. Dream word is not small. Like the dreams and the states that humans go through is not small. So it will make sense
so powerful
that,
as well,
exactly, that he's one of the most powerful, because people in their dream, they can like describe their reality, they can rewrite their reality, they can rewrite their nightmares, they can relive their nightmares. So it will make sense that he's one of the most powerful ones.
Yeah.
So also that is beautiful. And the fact that, like, Delirium, like, she lately came into the 2nd season, and she's one of the sweetest one, but everyone looks at her like she's insane, because, of course, she represents Delirium. She reminded me a lot of the Mad Hatter, that's for sure.
Yeah.
She reminded me a lot of the Mad Hatter.
Her insecurities are adorable, because it's like she knows that she's a handful, probably, but she's like, I just want to be loved.
Yeah. She just wants to be. She just wants to be listened. She just wants to be seen and loved. And there's nothing like she knows
the youngest child.
Yeah. She's definitely the youngest, honestly. And in the latest episodes, without spoiling, it will make sense of one kind of relationship that she has with some of the Endless, and but not all of them. So I'm trying not to spoil anything, but it was incredibly beautiful, and I'm very, very excited to see how it gets on. And I can't say anything else because you haven't seen the last one, but there is a massive question mark in my head.
I will, as soon as I finish it, I will write. We will write and talk and see if we can come up with something. But yeah, I feel like this is a underrated TV show that needs to be watched by more people.
Definitely. Unfortunately, it's the end of it, but there's not much that a lot of people can do. But at least they can have it in their memories and keep it and
rewatch it. Like before the second season came out, I rewatched the first season, and I loved it as much as I watched it the first time.
Oh, absolutely.
It's one of those TV shows that I think you can rewatch and you will appreciate it more.
I think it's one of those TV shows that is kind of artsy, so it makes you want to rewatch it all over again. You just you feel the need to see those soundtracks and those photography shots and all of this.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All of these compositions, and you kind of just want to watch it again. It's beautiful to watch, that's why.
It's beautiful to watch. Moving on to the next one.
Yes, moving on to the next one, because otherwise we're going to be here for 3 hours and a half.
Yapping about everything.
Talk us through The Bear. How is it? So I'm going to start by saying that I stopped at season 2, I think.
Okay.
And you already said that season 3 you didn't like it, specifically.
Season 3 I didn't appreciate it as much. I think I understood the reason behind it. And I think I understood that it was needed to give you more details about him as a cook and how he was brought on to be the way that he is. So season 3 was really difficult to digest because it was really anxiety inducing, even more than the other 2 seasons.
I feel like it should have ended at season 3. You know what I mean? I feel like they're dragging it.
Season 4, it's really good.
Okay, good. Finally.
There's a lot of positive changes, and it's quieter. It's more pensive.
I love that you said, and it's quieter with such relief.
It was easier to watch back to back because you see all the characters having. So this TV show, the thing that makes it good is that it has a really great character development.
Yes.
The way that Cousin grows from season 1 to season 4, the way that Sydney grows from season 1 to season 4, the way that Carmi evolves and changes. And I think season 4 was a good closure for Carmi. There's a lot of little puzzle pieces that go back together. And he changes a lot, and he grows and he evolves. And there's a lot of episodes where there's like a resolution to things that happened. So I feel like it's the best after the first 2 seasons, and I definitely appreciate it more than season 3. And I think it needs to I still think that The Bear is quality TV. I still
think it's a beautiful really TV show. It's just that I didn't get into it straight away now for the last 2 seasons.
And the way that they, oh my god, in this season I think they kind of like focus a little bit more on the pastries, and you watch these beautiful dishes being made and the love and care and attention to details, and it's just poetic. And I don't know, I love food and I love a good
we're Italian
plate. And when the food is kind of like turned into art and it's fun.
Is Will Poulter in it again? Is Will Poulter in it again?
Yes, he is. He gets brought in to support the pastry chef that he trained.
That's why when you said pastry, I went, wait.
Yeah, and it brings everything together as well. So in this season, you have one of them that is struggling to cook pasta under 3 minutes. And then you have the struggle for Sydney to choose if she wants to stay at the Bear or move away from it and take another opportunity. Then you have Carmi that is trying to understand what he needs to do, what he wants to do with himself. And on top of this, the pressure point is the fact that they're hemorrhaging money and they're not making anything because they're consistently always changing the menu. There's nothing consistent. The review that they received as the restaurant Bino is open didn't really had a glowing review, so it kind of killed the vibe. So they have an ultimatum basically from their uncle, which is the person that provided the money. And it's like, you have basically 3 months to sort this out.
To give me enough money back.
So you see how they work together, which never happened.
Right.
But that's because each and every one of them is kind of like changing and understanding what the other needs.
Yeah.
So I feel like this one was a really good evolution. Like, I honestly enjoyed it. And as I said, it was quieter, which is much appreciated. Apart from the last episode, when there is chaos again, but it's warranted because it gives you the end relief. So definitely a really good fourth season.
It's a good chaos, like when they open the cans of tomatoes and they find the money. That scene was crazy.
But it's they've got renewed for a fifth season as well, so it was announced.
I think that the fifth season is going to be the last one, and I do hope that it's going to be the last one because I don't want them to crack it.
I'm not sure if Jeremy Allen White is going to be in it.
Attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the story takes a turn. So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to see about that. We'll have to watch it. Can I speak about Squid?
You want to talk about Squid Game?
Anyway, so have you seen any season of Squid Game?
Nah.
Because I know
it's not my cup of tea.
I know you haven't seen it, and I'm really sad about it because I think it will give you so much anxiety that you wouldn't speak to me for a week. Generally.
Okay.
I don't think...
Don't you want to talk to me?
I feel like, honestly, you would watch it. You would probably like it for how it's made because of your artistic eye.
The concept of it.
But at the same time, I think it will give you so much anxiety. Like, generally, you wouldn't speak for a week. But anyway... This last new season has been given 7 out of 10, which is not very good for a last season. I'll try not to spoil it again because it came out literally 3 days ago. There was a lot of things that did not make sense.
Okay. To
the whole story plot. The ending felt really rushed. And
is that the last season? Last season?
Yep.
Ah, shit.
And it also hints on a continuation of the Squid Game in somewhere else, like in some other countries.
Oh.
So I wouldn't want that to start somewhere else, because I don't think that was the whole point of the Squid Game, to be, like, famous, to be starting in other countries. So, God no. The one thing that I liked, it was a particular scene which all of the main bastards, we would call them, were left speechless and silent by the choice of player 456, which is the man of my life. I also have a particular love for the frontman as well, so I cannot speak on behalf of whoever hates the frontman. Unfortunately, I love him too much. But yeah, anyway, try not to spoil anything.
Are they always the same people playing this game? It's like, no.
Try not to spoil anything. It's basically the first season. It's 3 seasons. So the first season, player 456 goes on in the games for the first time to save money debts, basically, from his family. And everyone is there just for the money.
Okay.
This TV show is one thing that puts money and people. And it's like, who wins first? Clearly, the money. Just so you know. So it's a beautiful ending to his own, like, to his own monologue. It's a beautiful ending, but at the same time, it was not what I expected, and I kind of thought that he would do more out of it.
Okay.
Without always spoiling anything. And I feel like the frontman got a lot more attached that he was first, like, he was trying to play a 456, which, again, without spoiling anything, you will see at the end of the season. I think he got a lot more attached than he thought, which is good for me because I do ship them. So talking about that, no, it's like a beautiful story of these two people. They actually see through each other, but at the same time, they absolutely hate each other. Like, there's nothing to say. And at the end of the first season, we found out who the frontman was, and then at the end of the second season, we found out who the frontman was, and he also found out who the frontman was. So basically the second, third season is the same game. The only reason that they actually put it a little bit longer is because their story was much longer. So the ones who start the whole games is basically the brother of the frontman, that he was shot, and then he goes to find for literally 3 seasons this island, which a lot of people are calling him Dora the Explorer. Poor child, honestly, because he took 3 seasons to find that island, but he did find it at the end. But yeah, so there's a whole contrast of like why they do this, or why they like put their life in danger for basically money. And
do you think it's like a criticism to consumerism?
Oh God, Lord, absolutely,
society?
absolutely. Yeah. Like Squid Game is the most horrific part that you could see about humanity. Like, I'm not talking about. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a theme specifically in the last one that it's horrifying, and it got me looking at this TV show and be like, are they actually considering it? Like, are they actually consider an option, like this option? You know what I mean? So it actually, like, it gives you goosebumps to think that there could be people like this in the world, and there is. That's the scary part. Absolutely. And they all do it for money, and it's also based in Korea, so there's a lot more, like, there's a lot more scams about money. There's a lot more of elderly people that get scammed for their shops, for their house, for their homes, or like businessmen that get scammed. Yeah. So, of course, you have a bunch of people that have very different meanings of life. Like, you will have someone's like kill themselves to save 3 other players that doesn't even know, and then you will find one bastard that will literally decide to kill the most innocent person in the world. You know what I mean? It's just like this constant balance of being like good and evil, and then 4, 5, 6 is the good and the evil, which you will like not
the human.
Yeah, he's the human, and you will not realize what he's trying to do until the end, literally. Which for me it was very, very sad because I did like him. But at the same time, I also like the frontman, so I can't speak.
There you go. So,
but yeah,
the duality of Ju.
It's Jujubee's duality, yes, absolutely. Which is mostly like 4, 5, 6 dualities. Like, am I gonna do this? Am I not gonna do this? But at the same time, I don't wanna hurt anyone, and I'm tired of hurting myself. And you know, there's a lot of things because he still has a child and a family, and he doesn't want to lose them. But at the same time, he's so tired. That's one thing that the actor portrays in a way that it's like unbelievable. He's so tired of these things. Like he in the second season he admits himself in the games again because he wanted to stop them. He wanted to have people reason, and he wanted to stop them. Just so you know, that didn't work.
Of course.
Because like when you put a bunch of people that are in trouble,
it's like a prophet.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. He was trying to be the prophet, and like you put people that have issues with money in a room full of objects that can be eliminated, which is other humans and money.
Yeah.
Like for them, humans will be just a means to reach the money. While for him, he's using the money to reach the people and to actually have them understand. Yeah. It's a beautiful concept. And
I will give it a go.
The ending does give it like justice, because you will end up the season and be like, damn, couldn't have ended any other way. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good. But at least there's that, though.
Yeah, I think that the only underwhelming thing that people thought it was the whole thing about like finding the island and actually doing something about the game. And I won't spoil it because I want you to watch it, but at the same time, I think that for some of the public was a bit underwhelming. So again, 7 out of 10, and for me it was also a 7 out of 10, and I would understand why he was missing those 3-4 points. But yeah, so
but you're glad that it ended with this season.
I am so glad that it ended with this season. They have done a spectacular job casting. They have done a spectacular job with dividing the seasons, and they have done a spectacular job with the characters themselves. Which
well done, Korea.
Korea is very good for that. I watch a lot of K-dramas and I watch a lot of Korean TV shows that are fantastic. But at the same time, it's just like they put this character, which each season there were one worse than another. And I swear to God, if I didn't smack my head against the TV, it's a miracle, honestly. And yes, Thanos, I am talking about you. I absolutely hated that character. Oh my God.
Staying on the topic of Korea, I think there's a K-pop movie,
Staying on the topic of K-pop, Thanos was one of the first K-pop bands that I listened to, and I realized the months after that I watched Squid Game, and I was like, I will put a fist through this thing. But yes, if we have to, we can speak about the elephant in the room. Yes, there is a song that has been stuck in my head for the whole day and has been Soda Pop. Somebody sedate me, I beg you.
I have people around me obsessed with the soundtrack, obsessed with the movie. So I'm like, I need to watch it. So after I watch the Sandman, probably that would be the next one.
It's very Big Hero 6.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. I like it.
It's very Big Hero 6. It's very beautiful. As a lover of...
really colorful as well.
Really colorful. But as someone that likes painting and drawing and concept art and all these things... and also a lot of Korea and demons and things. Like, yes, it is beautiful. The soundtrack is incredibly good, which topped, by the way, BTS, which is a K-pop band, which is a K-pop band, is the K-pop band that has been around for about 13, 14 years.
And they're coming back.
Yes, this year they're finally coming back after the military service. Poor kids, honestly. But they have to, and they did the duty, which is very good of them. But at the same time, it's like this soundtrack topped BTS songs, you know what I mean? So people are absolutely going insane, and it is catchy, it is good, and it's a feel-good movie, and it's so funny. You will realize immediately what I mean when you start watching it. The facial expressions, they're so...
Oh, I cannot wait.
They're so Doraemon coded, like, you know what I mean? It's just so funny, honestly. It was incredibly funny, but yeah, the songs are very catchy and the drawings are absolutely beautiful. And yes, everyone is obsessed with Gino, I know, but I only want the tiger. I'm gonna say it. You're gonna love the tiger. I know for sure that you're gonna love the tiger.
Most definitely, I'm sure of it. Somebody else already told me that as well.
Yeah. It's also a beautiful story. I'm gonna be completely honest. It is kind of a simple cliche. It's just like trying to like battle the evil with good, but at the same time evil is good at the end, or like stuff like that, you know. They balance it out, talking about Korean and Squid Games, like trying to balance itself out.
Nice.
It's a good story. It's a cliche story, and it's also a cute, I would say, I wouldn't call it love story. I would call it like romantic story. But at the same time, it's just so much funnier than it is like a romantic story. So nice, I'm very excited if you want to see it. Please do. Absolutely. Yeah. And do you want to start yapping about the Apothecary Diaries? I know.
24 episodes flew by so fast.
I know.
And then I know that there's a second season already out in the platform where you watch animes.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
I thought you have watched that too.
No, I watched it on Netflix, and that's the first season, 24 episodes. I haven't watched the second season yet. Because I'm like, do I have to buy another subscription to watch?
No, it's okay. You can show up at my door at 3 a.m. and I will give you my Crunchyroll login. It's okay.
The Apothecary Diaries was really, really great. So every now and then I dab into anime because Netflix now has an anime section, which I really like. So I watched like My Lovely Marriage. Like I'm watching like some stuff about demons and such on animes, which I love. I used to watch Inuyasha when MTV was broadcasting it back in the early
2000 something, yeah.
I'm not a stranger to a good anime. But this one, I really enjoyed it because the main character is so non-conventional.
Yeah.
Like it's this girl that is obsessed with her craft, which is being like a doctor or anyways, a person that, an apothecary. So a person that dabs into poison and herbal medicine. And she loves a poison. Not to make a poison. she loves to taste the poison. Because she, in her trade, she just learned herself and built herself a stronger tolerance for it. So in her crafts, she's the best. So she gets kidnapped by people that sold girls to the royal household, whatever, to become servants. And so she gets sold to the royal family. She becomes a servant in the royal palace. And in the royal palace, in this fictional town, the emperor has multiple concubines because he needs to entrust his title. He needs to have an heir. So he has multiple women. And but all the women that he sleeps with that have a child, the child tends to die. Like after a while, like after a month or two, the child dies, doesn't survive. So nobody knows what's going on. And this piques her interest, but she's kind of like faking it because she's like, I don't want people to know that I'm a literate person, that I was trained. So I just want to do my bit. I don't want my kidnappers to earn more money from me because they get my salary. So I'm just going to play dumb. But she gets interested into that. So she wants to help. And she discovers what's poisoning these kids. And because she does that and she saves the little princess, she gets asked to become like a lady in waiting for one of the courtesans. And she becomes her food taster because, of course, they need to make sure that they don't get poisoned.
And she has a high tolerance.
Oh, yes, I'm going to taste poison. She's so happy.
That is hilarious.
And of course, she's picks the interest of one of the general that is in charge of the guards of the group of eunuchs that look after these women. Because, of course, no man with a penis could be surviving in this realm. Because all the concubines have huge boobs. They're all super beautiful. So to protect them,
it needs to be a eunuch. Yeah.
Which is great.
It's like, yeah, you have to be a monk. You have to be a person that doesn't have...
There's this kind of like this conflict relationship with this general because he's really beautiful and he knows that people love him because he's really beautiful. So he dials up his charm to 1,000, but she doesn't fail for it. She doesn't like him. She finds him creepy, which he's not.
He's not. I know.
He ain't creepy. I would be ditching every poison or everything that I love to be with him, but not her, because she's steadfast in her true form to learn more about poisons and get all the poisons.
Don't we all?
Yeah, so she's one track mind. I was another track mind. I was like, you need to get with this man. But so the story is so interesting because there's like some mystery, some like solving. She's really clever. So there's not demons involved because she explains that everything that is like superstitious actually comes from either poison or herbal medicine or plants. So she finds a concrete reason for it, a realistic reasons for it, and she solves the mysteries. So it's a lot of deductive skills. And
so
I really
she's like an atheist, basically.
It's really, really entertaining.
She's a full atheist, basically.
Yes.
I love that.
And she's clever, she's beautiful. She like when they try to make her wear makeup for one of the celebration, the garden parties, they realize that she's actually wearing makeup already, but to make herself more ugly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that people will not kidnap her, which didn't work. So she wears freckles on her face, but she puts the freckles on. And they're like, oh, but you're wearing makeup. I'm like, yeah, I am, but just to make myself look ugly so nobody looks at me and I can go about my business.
Which I feel like that's so a clear personality trait of her, and I think that's why you love that so much. It's just like, she's just like, please don't mess with me. I just want to do my job.
I just want to do my job. I just love poison. When every time that she gets excited about poison, it gives me life.
I think there is a slight, clearly there is a slight romance that will be going on at some point.
Yes, I spoiled myself and I cannot wait.
Why did you spoil yourself? But yes.
Because I started looking for... I wanted to know because I needed to watch more things with the male main character because I'm so obsessed. He's so beautiful. He has purple hair.
I know.
And violet eyes.
If you want to go into this rabbit...
He's jacked. He's like a 8-pack man. He's like super muscly.
If you want to go into this rabbit hole, I will drag you into this rabbit hole with me because I've been watching anime for years by now.
So you definitely can drag me into your rabbit hole. I will probably put a couch in there. I will just do some light decorating of the rabbit hole.
Just leave me here.
And I will live comfortably in it.
Absolutely, just leave me here. But I think that the best thing is that she is so caught up in herself, and that what I know of, she's just like, she doesn't even understand that this man has an attraction for her. Like,
no, not at all.
She doesn't understand that a lot of men has attraction for her, so she doesn't even care because she doesn't understand.
No, she doesn't, because men are not poison.
Exactly. Well, if only she knew.
Exactly. If only she knew.
Probably fall in love for 3 seconds. But yes. So I'm glad that you're liking this one. I will make sure to drag you into another hole very soon.
Yeah. Let me furnish the rabbit hole.
So the last rabbit hole they're gonna go through before we yap our way into existence is Me, which is The Summer That Hikaru Died, which is another anime that just came out on Netflix. Netflix is absolutely abolishing Crunchyroll right now, and because The Summer That Hikaru Died is not on Crunchyroll, so it's only on Netflix, and it's only the first episode that I can speak about, but it is a manga, and this manga has been around for a while, and it's also one of the first, it's a BL, which is what is called a boys love, but it's also a horror one.
Ooh.
So that was the timer for my dinner that you had. But it is also a horror one, so, and it's beautiful, like, it's absolutely chilling, like bone chilling. And in the first episode, it's basically these two kids, which is, to my absolute displeasure, one has white hair, one has black hair, as the Jujutsu Kaisen.
You don't say.
You don't do that ever, honestly. But yes, so basically, one of them gets lost in the mountains, and the other one goes to find them. And Hikaru is the kid that actually asks for help to someone. And of course, if you do that in a Japanese forest, something's gonna answer back.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So basically,
you're about to die, son.
In literally the first 10 minutes of the episodes, his friend turns around and says, "I need to ask you something, and I've been wanting to ask you since you disappeared. You're not him." So I was so shocked because it's just like, you already know that? Like, what am I going to do for the next, 15 episodes?
15 episodes.
Well, guess what he's going to do? He's going to deal with it. Like, he's going to keep this being next to him just because he resembles his best friend and probably the person that he loved.
Yeah.
And I was just like, at some point he was talking to him and he was talking to himself and he was like, it's not him, but this is good enough. I was like, what is happening? That was in the first 10 seconds. And I was like,
Lord.
What? I did not see that. I thought he wasn't going to know. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to find out in 7-8 episodes. He finds out immediately. And he was like, you're not Hikaru, are you? I'm like, what is happening? So yeah, that is a long time going. So it just started. It literally dropped this Saturday. And the second episode is going to be on the 21st of July. So I'm very excited about that. But it is a really, really good anime. And the manga is absolutely insane. And I'm probably going to start reading the manga because I cannot wait for the anime.
Why not?
You could do the same with that. Apothecary Diaries.
Absolutely. I was looking for it. I was like, should I?
I have a place. Forbidden Planet sponsor us. But I have a place we can go. Forbidden Planet. Just us coming out with 19 mangas.
Coming out with bags of stuff.
Absolutely. Okay, well, this was it for this week. I'm very satisfied.
That was the Yapping episode of Many Things Watched.
The Yapping Anime Fest. That's what it was. The Yapping TV Show Fest. That's what we're going to call it. So thank you for coming with us. Possibly next week my sister is going to come back. Maybe we will find her at the bottom of the lake. We never know.
Exactly.
Good night.
Maybe we'll just take over and yap some more.
Bye.
Bye.